Always a hot topic on the political stage is the fact that the public school system is failing kids in low-income schools. And of course, the different solutions on how to address this problem. But what about the kids in suburban neighborhoods? In our politically correct culture today, between teacher tenure, participation points, dumbed-down curriculum, and students not respecting their teachers, it seems increasingly difficult to receive a decent education. My guest today has created an alternative, a school that challenges students in a different way by giving them adult guides and allowing the kids to live by the motto, learn to do, learn to be, learn to know. Here with me today is Acton Academy's Director of Worldwide Expansion, Matt Clayton. Matt, welcome to the show.
Hi, Liz. Thanks for having me on.
Can you tell us a little bit about Acton Academy and how it works?
Yeah, absolutely. Acton Academy is a small, independent K-12 school started by parents across the country. So there are 15 of them now, and 10 more about to launch. It's a mix of the very old Socratic discussions, real-world apprenticeships, mixed-age classrooms, and the very new. That would be the best technology, which helps personalize each young person's learning.
Okay, now is this a form of homeschooling, or do students actually attend a school building and classroom setting?
They attend a brick and mortar location. We pull best practices from anywhere we find them. So everything from homeschool to Harvard Business School, and also from the real world. So Google, startup companies, Boy Scouts. But what's really similar to homeschool is that parents and families have real ownership of their children's education.
All right, now do you adhere to the curriculum requirements for college entrance that are quite standard across the country?
You know, I think it's helpful to take one step back from that. Our motto is find a calling, change the world. And we want young people to go out and accomplish whatever they want to in life. For many, college will be an important step on that path. If it is, college will be a tool to accomplish a calling. So they won't finish college with a mountain of debt, unsure what to do next. And I think the best example of this is that starting in middle school, the young people go out and do an apprenticeship in the real world each year. So just last year, the young people did apprenticeships at bakeries, law firms, design firms, auto mechanics, schools. So by the time they're leaving high school, they have all sorts of real world experience.
Right. And I understand what you're saying. I think that's actually probably where our education system as a whole should move back to, is equipping individuals for the success that they want to achieve in the world. But realistically, in our culture currently, attending college or being accepted into college is a critical part of many career paths. Are you giving your students the opportunity to be able to gain entrance into these colleges by at least including the academic requirements that are necessary for acceptance?
Yeah, certainly. If young people want to go to college, they can accomplish everything they need to at Acton Academy to make a terrific application.
Okay, good. And can you explain to us a little bit about the Socratic method that you use at Acton?
Yeah, absolutely. So the idea of it is that learners drive their own education. And we've built a community around not memorizing facts, but learning to do things, learning to be people of integrity and grit, like you said. So specifically, there are daily Socratic discussions that provide opportunities to discuss moral dilemmas or priorities for the day. And so you get good at what you practice. In this case, that's the young people are practicing clear thinking and discussion and decision making and leading. But more broadly in the Socratic method, the role of adults is different, like you mentioned. Adults play the role of a guide, presenting challenges or quests, as we call them, and giving the young people opportunity to try, to fail, to try again, to succeed, and to learn what it's like in the real world, where there isn't a teacher giving you the next assignment every couple hours.
Right, and that brings me to my next question. Are these adult guides that you speak of, are those parents of the students, are those teachers, are those professional individuals that are experts in the fields of study? Who are these guides?
Yeah, well, Acton Academy in general is a system of schools built by parents for their own children. The first school was built 7 years ago by two parents in Austin, Texas, for their own two boys. It started with just 7 kids in a rented house. It now has about 85 kids in a dedicated space, and that it covers elementary through high school. But these schools are replicable. It's a remarkable thing, but those 25 schools I mentioned are run by parents in locations across the country. We provide a kit that you can use as a startup place, and then we walk with you through every step. But this is parents running for their kids, and then all sorts of different people will be helpful as guides. Maybe it's a professional educator, maybe it's a Montessori teacher, maybe it's a tennis coach. But we want young people to go out and have as many adult interactions as possible.
Right. Now, you say that you have students audition for this program if they want to participate. What exactly does that mean?
Pretty straightforward, just a simple application to make sure that they're serious about it. It's an opt-in thing, and it's different than a lot of other schools. So it's just a simple application.
Okay, so it's not a video audition in the sense of the theatrical word audition?
No, there might be a video as part of the application, but that would just be a simple "Why do you want to be part of the program?" video.
And talk to me a little bit about the results you've had with this program. Are any of the students who've participated in this, have they graduated, gone on to be successful adults? I know it's relatively new, but what kind of results are you seeing already?
Yeah, it is early on. The first one was just started 7 years ago. And so just one young person has graduated from an Acton Academy school. She's at college now and doing really well. The oldest main group of young people is about 15 years old. Now, with regards to results, we started doing standardized tests at the end of each year. And it was interesting to see these schools are small, but the young people were progressing about 2.5 grade levels every year, which was wonderful. But the more important thing is that after a couple of years, the parents stop asking for the test results.
Because they were so confident that the grade level was so far advanced.
Yeah, their kids were
right, and it's not just in regards to standardized tests. The purpose of education as a whole is to create well-rounded individuals that are self-sufficient and able to be successful in their adult lives. And I wonder if you've had any indication of what the success in that area would be yet.
Yeah, so the oldest young people are 15 years old or so, but these parents weren't getting one-word answers when they asked their kids how their day had been at school. They were getting long explanations of everything the kids were doing and were excited about, and they saw the passion and the light in the kids' eyes, and that was more powerful evidence than a standardized test could provide to these parents.
That's great. It sounds like a remarkable opportunity and certainly a great experiment in the sense that our education system needs reform, and we need people just like you, like your program, to be testing these new things, making them more popular, more mainstream, so that we can eventually overhaul the system with what works, not just what's politically correct. But Matt, I appreciate you coming on today, and I wish you the best of luck. After the break, the senseless murder of a pastor's wife in Indiana. A criminal defense attorney joins me in a minute to talk justice for the Blackburn family.